G'day guys, Brendan here from On Point Adventures. Today I'm here to take you through how I've set up my Segway Snarler 500 to become one of the most ultimate lightweight beach fishing vehicles. Now we had to put a lot of thought into this particular Segway here because as with any quad, you're not privileged with a lot of space. So you had to start thinking a bit outside the square on exactly how you were going to overcome a lot of these problems. And that's okay. So with a bit of thinking, what we're going to do, we're going to start from front to back and show you exactly how and why the Segway is actually the ultimate beach fishing vehicle. Let's get into it. So starting from the front of the Segway here, I mean, obviously we had to get the winch, and the winch is an absolute fantastic little accessory to have, especially on a beach fishing vehicle. Well, how are you going to use the winch on the beach, I hear you asking? Well, we've got ourselves one of those nylon plough anchors that you buy for the boat, the black one. So it's a medium size, and what we do is we bury that deep into the sand, and that enables us to then winch off that, so it only digs down deeper and it pulls the quad straight out. Up on the front rack here is where we keep the drone. Okay, in the drone box here, not only have we got the drone, but all our camera equipment fit in this aeroo box perfect. And this front cargo tray is absolutely perfect for that. Just a simple tie down strap. It's all you need. It is, yeah, absolutely perfect for that. These big cargo racks are great. We utilise this glove box compartment for all our headlamps, our phone and stuff goes in there, because what we can do is actually run our charging cords from there straight down into the glove box, and that there enables us to charge our GoPro batteries and everything on the run. And then with that cigarette lighter as well, we can charge all our lights and so forth. Now, bait was the biggest issue. How do we get around the bait issue? Because we don't have the room on here for massive eskies, or maybe we could but didn't want to do that. We wanted to utilise our space in other ways. So what we did was we just got one of these little cooler bags here. We put our bait in that, all in Cryovac bags, and then what we do is we bring Ziploc bags down to the beach with us, and we fillet the fish on the beach, get the fillets, and I tell you what, I can fit probably 4 kilos of fillets in that, which is more than I need to keep me going. So then we come to the back. This is where all the magic happens. So we picked up this Tactics heavy duty storage box, and all we've done is we've just run a tie down strap straight through the rear cargo deck there, and this here is big enough to carry almost everything we need. So we reduced our gear a lot. So to carry, of course, we've got our little Mastercraft gimbal belt there, but to carry our sinkers, what we used was from Vext. You got these sinker sacks, and these are fantastic. So they fit all our grapnel sinkers in there, as you can see, and they tuck away nicely. So I got the small sinker sack there for my star sinkers and so forth, and then the large sinker sack for our grapnels. We then got these Berkeley little bags here, and what we do is we keep our leader, our wire and our pliers and scissors in that one, and in this one here we've got all our spare rigs. So I come down with pre-made rigs. What this enables me to do is not only fish faster, but because we've got pre-made rigs, it means that it takes up a lot less space. Now don't get me wrong, what we do also have, as you can see down the bottom of this tub here, let me just tidy that back up, is we do have our spare tackle tray there with like all our hooks and so forth. Also in here, I mean, we're pretty light on today. I'm down here with Jack. He bought his 4-wheel drive, so I got to travel a lot leaner than normal. But what we managed to do here is travel lighter, but in here we can usually get all our stuff like our camping stove, our pans, pots, whatever, food, everything in there. Across the back here, I use the rollover protection as a coat hanger and a helmet hanger. That's been fantastic. And then what we've actually done here is we've got an aluminium bar that we've just bolted straight through some of the existing holes on the rollover protection bar, which holds these 2 stainless steel rod holders that we got from BCF. And what that does, as you can see, it just holds those rods perfectly, absolutely perfectly. Now both of those are a bit light on line. I can hear you asking why. That's because we got busted off twice this morning and lost all our line, which is why we're going home. But The rod holders here, they sort of just go down there with a little tie down strap. So that keeps them on there. The tyres, are we going to upgrade the tyres and so forth? No, there's absolutely no need for us at all to upgrade these tyres. The tyres that this snarler comes with standard are absolutely perfect. In fact, the whole quad has been an absolute gem from start to finish. There's been not a problem with it, and there's been nothing that stopped us. I mean, like, have a look at that beach up there, guys. Look at how slanted that is. We'll come around to this side, and you can see how slanty that beach is up there, and four-wheel drives have stopped, I don't know, 100 metres up there. We've been down to that point all the way down there this morning with no problems at all, and the snarler has done it with absolute ease. Now, the reason I think that the quad is the ultimate fishing vehicle is because it's narrow wheelbase, it's super light, and unlike, I mean, I guess you could argue ATVs are equally as good or better, but they do have that wider wheelbase, they're heavier, they require far more cc's to get going, and they're nowhere near as efficient and economical as these. And that's why I put these as the ultimate beach fishing weapon. I can literally go down tracks half the width of a car and make sure that I get there with no worries at all. This thing doesn't spin wheels, doesn't bog down, does absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. It's a fantastic thing. Make sure also, if you are going to look at quads, guys, make sure you look at something with the electronic power steering. That makes a huge difference, I've found. It just really means that in the heavy sand, when there's a lot of ruts and it's pushing the quad everywhere, the steering just operates perfectly exactly where you have your hands. It's really bloody good. But anyway, guys, so there's how I've set up the Segway really basically for beach fishing trips. I've got enough room in that tub in the back there to put my hiking tent, my hiking mattress and so forth in as well. So it's absolutely ready to go for anything I want to throw at it. Bloody good rig, I reckon. Anyway, guys, I hope this little rig rundown on the Segway 500 Snarler was of some interest to you, and how you can use a bike like this to get into far better places than anyone else can. Anyway, stay tuned on the channel if you want to see a lot more quad fishing, because it's something that we're going to be getting into heavily. I'm hoping that a mate of mine is also going to get into it as well. I'm going to have to put a bit of pressure on, I think, because two on the beach is going to be far better than one, and far better adventures. Anyway, guys, stay tuned. We'll keep these videos rolling, and let's see some fish on with this snarler on the next episode. Right, guys, catch you later.